Hello everybody and welcome back to Vlad's Place. In today's video, I'm going to share my way of making kimchi using bok choy. Once again, before we start, I just want to make sure that those who know how to make very good kimchi, I hope they will not be offended with my way and my version of it. So let's start, and we're going to go with the pre-washed and well-drained bok choy. Next, we're going to set it in a large plastic or a glass jar. While doing this, I would suggest to arrange the bok choy as tightly in a jar as possible. Again, this process might take a few minutes, but it will be well worth it. So as you see, there are a bunch of leaves from the vegetable. The root goes on the bottom and leaves will be on the top. So we want to make sure that they're all nicely compressed and well folded before we put the brine. Now we're going to add some of these dry red peppers, and they are here to enhance the flavor. Add per your taste. I would also suggest to add few bay leaves because they are wonderful in any fermented food. Okay, and we are also adding some of these peppercorns. This too is per your taste. Let's make brine, and for that we're going to need 17 cups of water, half a cup of salt, half a cup of sugar, and 1 cup of regular white vinegar. Now we're going to add it over the bok choy, and I just want to mention that some of the brining takes only 3 to 4 hours. I, however, choose to leave mine overnight. So we're going to brine this for at least 24 hours. To make sure all the bok choy is submerged in a brine, press it from the top like this. Brining process can take anywhere from few hours to few days. This entirely depends on your preference and your taste. If you decide to ferment your bok choy for a few days, I just want to mention that you will gain that additional fermented flavor, but the bok choy itself will lose its color. Okay, the next day we're moving on to make the sauce, and I'm starting with the 1 tablespoon of chili peppers, crushed dried chili peppers, a few cloves of garlic, a tablespoon of fish sauce, and a tablespoon and a half of sesame oil. Next is ginger, and that too is per taste. After ginger, we're going to add 2.5 tablespoons of this crushed chili paste. A tablespoon of honey for sweetness, and only half a teaspoon of salt because we already have sugar and salt coming from brine. Mix it all well, bring it back with the peppers, and now we're slowly going to combine the bok choy with the paste. Okay, you can see that bok choy looks different than yesterday, and now we're just gonna drain it really well, and we're gonna pre-cut it. And the way I cut mine is I basically just take the top off, and the reason I do this is just to expose the leaves. See, I want to open them like this so that each leaf will get some of this paste, so they will all be equally cured. This process might take a few minutes, but I reassure you it's well worth it. All right, we're done, and now we're going to fold these leaves in a paste. Now, there's also a question of what do you do with the tops? You can dispose of them, but I'll tell you they are delicious, and I like to use them, so I will just bring mine into the sauce and jar it together with the rest of the leaves. Let's fold it gently and make sure that each leaf gets some of this paste. We're almost done. So jarring it is the next step. And to do that, I would just suggest that you compact the leaves very tightly like this so that there's no air, and just to make sure that all the leaves are in the juice. Extra juice should be poured on top. And after this, we are ready to close the jars and set them in the fridge. Oh, and there's one more thing. Before you close the jars, inspect them to see if there are any air pockets left. And if they are, release the pressure and make sure the juice goes all the way through. That's it. Close the jars, set them in the fridge, and use them next time with your favorite dish. Today, I'm serving mine with the rockfish fillet. Thank you so much for spending time with me today. My name is Vlada Vladic, and I am a founder of a charitable organization called Vlada's Seeds of Life and a producer of a television program called Cooking and Kids. If you like this recipe, please send us your thumbs up and your comments, and also consider subscribing. Thank you so much, and we'll see you again soon.